if you look at the world, yeah, and how everything connects, yeah, and you think, like, when you really deep it, it is mental. Yo, I'm Ghetts, and this is my shoot for GAFFER for the 100. I'm going nowhere. Archaeologist. I'd say my own shows. Any one of my own shows, headline shows, yeah. I wish they knew less. Tupac, no longer here. James Brown, no longer here. Those two. In pain. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm at my best. I know how to convert pain. Yeah. Standing the test of time. So it's not really a moment, it's just like, time tested you, you stood it. I want to do 1 million first week. I want to know what that feels like. I know the numbers ain't like that no more, but I just want to know what that feels like. Listen more, you don't know it all. You can learn a lot, and you'll be fine. Yeah. Risky roads. Before YouTube, that's like a viral moment of a DVD era. Like, Ghetts' Risky Roads. I feel like that's what really put me on the map, if I'm being honest. Yeah. There's a few people's journeys who are fire inspiring. It's normally people who face a lot of obstacles. Other people who stood the test of the time. And some of the young boys as well, where they've managed to take it. I find some of those moves very inspiring as well. And also people who have managed to transition into other things, to do something that you love and it transfers into something else that you love doing, and you can make something out of both. That's amazing stuff. James Brown. Tupac. I want to speak to Nina Simone about something. Yeah. Nah, wait, hold on. We have to add one more. Amy Winehouse at dinner. Fucking hell, why do I want to have dinner with so much gold? She said dead or alive, innit? I didn't even say no one alive. Mariah Carey's Christmas song. What? I ain't even got to think twice about that. It's gonna be SWV Greatest Hits. It's not an album, but it's SWV Greatest Hits. I don't think I've listened to a piece of music more than I've listened to that in my life. Mobo's having mum and dad on stage, to be fair, like, that was like, I didn't realize it at the time, but when I look back, I feel like, oh, that's proper sick. It's gonna be a proper moment for our family. I got really high in a festival in California, yeah? And then I swear to you, I was so high, yeah? Basically, Snoop Dogg left some packs. He had packs of like THC liquids and different weeds, and it took so long to hit me. I was flying for hours. Yeah, let me give you some joke, yeah? So basically, I was at a festival. It was my first time performing in America. Not a lot of people knew me. There was like 15 people at my stage. I was feeling quite down after, but I was also planning in my head how to make it all better. Anyway, fast forward, the weed has now kicked in, yeah? And their festivals are not like ours, they're like in deserts, so there's no limiter on the music, so you feel everything, yeah? And I swear to you, yeah, that I thought Ray Shremmerd was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. And for about 15 minutes, I'm moving like that, yeah? And then I just remembered, you're not even famous here, bro. It's like it just hit me, like I had a eureka moment, like, no one cares, bro. You're good. And then I just had the time in my life by myself, but I was fucking high. So I was crazy. Yeah, probably chicken and rice. That's so black. Oh shit. Alright, it's gotta be one from me. Probably one take. Yeah. But what? Motocross is like a when I'm out on the bikes, I know that. God's the coldest. No one can chat to God. I swear to you, sometimes, I just be looking at the world and seeing how everything connects here, and I think, oh my days, he's spazzed. I swear. No, if you look at the world, and how everything connects here, and you think, like, when you really deep it, it is mental. Spazzed. I don't think I have a favorite place. I'm gonna say Jamaica, but I'm from there, and I feel like that was influenced by you also.
Whereabouts in Jamaica are you from?
St. Elizabeth. Yeah, say Jamaica. I wouldn't say like there's a massive evolution between those two, just because I never stopped recording from Conflict of Interest. So On Purpose with Purpose feels like a continuation of Conflict of Interest to me, you know, like, especially with certain subject matters. But it's On Purpose with Purpose, it's definitely less about me and more my perspectives just on the world and different situations. Because I was recording so much, I didn't have much time to live, so it's less about me and just perspectives. I feel like at this point, even though we all have very competitive natures, I just think there's a mutual respect there, because understanding how hard it is to actually last that long. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like, yeah, man, big respect, you know? Weirdly enough, pretty much the same. Unfortunately, we wasn't all in the same room at the same time. Like, I was there when Wretch done his verse, and or there when Kane come by the studio, but we wasn't all together. So it was a very long process, because Mount Rushmore, it wasn't even meant to be a tune at first. What actually happened, the producer that made it, Big Up a Mill, he made a song for my album, which was just gonna be an interlude, but he had lost the parts. So he remade the beat. When he remade the beat, it was Mount Rushmore, and I was like, this can't just be an interlude. I feel like I'm robbing people of a moment. So I had like a 16 on there, extended it, sent it to the guys, see how they felt about the song, loved it. And I think Wretch done his verse first. I sent it over to Kano. And then, yeah, Kane added his bit, and then that was it. I was in a writing camp in South Africa, and I met her there, and it was like different huts, so maybe 12 to 13 huts, don't quote me on that, but every producer had like a studio set up in each hut, and I would go from hut to hut, just laying verses, and every time I got to a hut, I thought I was killing it. I thought I was like, yeah, 16 here, 16 there, and every time I got to a hut, somebody named Moonchild had already been to the hut, and was absolutely killing it. And then I walked into one hut and she was there. We actually made our first tune there. I can't remember what it's called though. I think I just might put her on every album. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's like a mad chemistry there, me and Moonchild. I think the sonics in her voice are extremely, very special. So yeah, no, she's sick. I think just like really studying music and just listening, like really listening to what the music is doing. Like, music comes with instructions. It's weird. If you really listen to it, it will just tell you what to do. It's quite easy. I'm not even gonna lie, it's quite easy if you really listen to, if you're able to separate or zone in on the bass and then zone in on the hi-hats and zone in on the snare and zone in these different ways, and you listen with intent. And there's words, and you know when we're speaking communication, when we communicate, if I say to you, hate, that person hates me, it doesn't feel like that person hates me. If I say that person hates me, like that extra affliction on the hate, it feels like we're talking about hate now. And without giving away too much, this is what I like to do within my music to get what I'm saying and make you really feel like I'm painting a picture, you know? Just so my music is just so like I'm real in it, so I'm still authentic. When you're really real, yeah, and you're painting a picture of your life, these are the things that you're gonna end up rapping about, because that's real stuff. These are the conversations that we have at these ages with our friends, with our family, with our, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just one thing. So I guess for me, to be able to listen to myself and feel like I ain't capping, I gotta talk about these different things. I don't know, but I've not thrown away that title, you know? I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but that, yeah, one day. No, if I'm being super honest with you, it's like people could see something before I could. And if I'm being even more honest with you, I've just seen it from what we've just done for Netflix with Rapman, Supacell. I've just seen it now in terms of like, oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be cold at this. like, you know what I'm saying? Like the script was amazing. The help that I got from other seasoned actors around me was amazing. There was a scene with just myself and Eddie Marston, who anybody who knows Eddie Marston knows that is just a general in his field. And you know what he done to me? What I do to rappers in the studio, and I felt it. I felt it at the time, yeah? And he looked at me, he said, "Doing all right, kid." And I knew in that moment, you knew you fucked me up. It was crazy, but like even just going through that was just like, oh, I wanna get better. How can I become more believable? What, do you know what I'm saying? I was just watching just like a sponge, and I think that was the first time for me that I really thought, you know what? I'm gonna make a go of this. Yes, I want to play a nerd at some point, like a super somebody that's into tech. I shouldn't even say, that's kind of a bit painting everybody with the same brush. I don't want to say nerd, but I want to play somebody that would be somebody that someone would consider so far away from my world that when I ace that character, they're gonna think, how did he do that? My son made me hard again, like just, you know what I'm saying? Like, my daughter made me soft. And then when my son came, it was like bikes, football, it was, you know what I'm saying? Balance. I played like, for first years of the school run with my daughter, I played Lauren Hill, the Miss Education, so much all the time on the school run. Like that's all I used to play on the school run. Oh, my son's a bit different. He likes the hard shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I be playing the massacre. I ain't gonna lie, he be in the back going mad. like, turn it up, daddy. Like, yeah, so, yeah. I think my fans already know about Massacre, man, from the yard. I think in the world right now, no one's trying to musically. I don't, like, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Swear that if I'm being super honest with you, yeah, throughout my career, I've done something like I've actually, within my brain, I've told myself I don't give a fuck about those things. In all honesty, I would have quit a long time ago if it was for those things. But it's a weird game because also, when they do come, you appreciate them because you see what they really mean to other people as well, you know what I'm saying? And this is me just being super honest, you actually super appreciate it. So that whole day, I was just remembering, I think it was 2007 or 2008, and I had released Freedom of Speech. And in terms of like what was happening on the streets, you had Gigs Walk in the Park, which was the rap side of things, and you had Ghetts Freedom of Speech, and I remember like both of us being overlooked at that time, and Westwood picking up his award and bigging us up. But I just remember being in the studio time, and my brethren that's no longer here, he's around me, he's like, yo fam, what we got in Liverpool? I'm like, nah, fuck that. I was pissed, like, and I said, I was pissed. I was actually mad, hurt, like proper. I couldn't even fathom what had happened, like, you know what I'm saying? And I took myself back to that feeling. That's why I used that moment to speak to people who was gonna be feeling that feeling on that day. Because I just knew how I felt all them years back. But I just cracked on. And that's why I said we have to make awards about music and not music about awards. Because you just gotta crack on, you just gotta really enjoy what you do and crack on. And then when it comes, it's so shocking. You're just like, oh, shit. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, we had a really good Glastonbury on the John Peel stage. So like, trying to beat that. But in preparation, do you know what? My preparation is not really preparing. I just want to enjoy it without overthinking every single moment. Because when I overthink every single moment and everything's perfect, yeah? And like, you see, when I've got a perfect set, I'm talking just like, in terms of like, clarity, A1, breathing, A1, like everything's just A1, running smoothly, yeah? It's perfect, yeah? But it's missing something. Weirdly enough, it's like, you know, like perfection, there's beauty in imperfection sometimes. I just got more money. I just wanted to dress like that all the time, but I never had the money, man. This is the truth. Like I always had it. Like I always had it. I just never had it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going again though. I'm in the studio right now. I'll be finished shortly. Everyone's had a serious word with me. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna release in real time. You know what I'm saying? As I make music so frequently that sometimes I sit on it for too long and lose that initial feeling, you know? And it just stays there because I no longer have that initial feeling. So moving forward, I'm just gonna give the music because it's good. Club it, bowling, dress up, clean aesthetic, films at this point, actions. Arsenal treat me really good, so go to the match. Play sports, early bird, both. Nah, not really, I'm lying. I go home early in the studio and early bird, yeah. Oh, definitely calling. I'm Ghetts, but don't tell the gaffer I'm here, yeah? We done!